Steven Cureño with KO Artist Sports with the Phenom, Vergil Ortiz, man. Good working today, man. This was great work, bro. It's hot as shit in here, man. And I'm sweating my ass off, and you're working in here, so I'm sure.
I like it. That's how I like it, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We're talking about just how hot it is and all that in here. And it made me think about your tweet about not buying syrup at AutoZone. What happened there, bro?
Man, I don't know. I just thought it was something stupid to tweet. I'm like, I don't know. Oil kind of looks like syrup in a way, you know. Right. So I just, fuck it. Throw these people off a little bit.
I thought it was like you were trying to make weight or something. You were trying to like shed some weight out.
I was thinking of pancakes or something.
For sure, brother. Man, you finally got a fight against Aegis, Mean Machine, at home, which is kind of dope. Do you like the idea of fighting at home? Because I know a lot of pressures come with it. I'm sure you get a lot of texts and DMs from kind of people maybe you haven't talked to before.
Yeah, I don't feel a lot of pressure at all at home. You know, it just gives me a lot of motivation. Especially, you know, it's a different feeling when you're at home and you hit someone. The reaction from the audience is awesome. You know, it fills you with energy. It's energizing. But yeah, I mean, I like fighting at home. I would like to not fight at home a whole lot, just because I feel like it's more of like a privilege thing, not something that I should do all the time. You get me? Right. But I love fighting at home.
Yeah. It's kind of like Christmas. You don't want to like every day. Kind of, it makes it special because it's every so often, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, that's true. It's a great opponent too. I feel like. Is it kind of like just the right opponent that you wanted? I feel like it's a guy right there, one loss, obviously the only loss to the man Terrence Crawford in the division. Is this kind of just exactly the right opponent you want at this point in your career?
I feel like it's the perfect opponent. You know, it's different when I see people saying, "Oh, Vergil's gonna lose." You know, I'm like, okay, now we're stepping up in competition. You know, that excites me. That makes me want to train even harder than I did for my other fights. You know, that's very exciting to see. To be honest, you know, some people might get mad at it. I'm like, all right, now we're in the big times.
Yeah, now we're in it.
Yeah, we're in it now. For
sure. I feel like it's the perfect guy. He's aggressive style. I feel like too. Is that being a power puncher yourself? Is that like I don't know, something maybe you look forward to more? Kind of knowing you have an opponent that's going to come at you. He's gonna be there.
I mean, it's definitely easier to hit an opponent like that. You know. Opponents that move, yeah, you know, I can still break them down. It takes a little more work, but if the guy's gonna stay there and brawl with me, then I mean, you know, I don't have to put in any more extra effort to get into that kind of fight.
Talk about Christmas, huh?
Yeah, exactly. 4th of July, fireworks, yeah.
For sure, man. Crawford obviously got him out of there in the 9th. I know the victory is most important, right? Decision, whatever it is. But is that, in a fighter's mind, does that kind of say something to you? Is that like something for you personally, kind of like, man, if I were to get him out of there sooner, then I feel like maybe, I don't know, is it like a personal goal or anything like that? Is that some conscious for you?
I don't necessarily have a goal. I mean, I know everyone else is thinking that, oh, let's see if he's going to get him out faster. Just because you get him out faster doesn't necessarily mean you did better. You know what I mean? You never know. For instance, Crawford got hurt in I don't know what round. Let's say I don't get hurt. Maybe I'll do a little more defensively than he did. Maybe I make the smarter decisions. Maybe I just look better overall. I don't even have to get the knockout, and I'll look better in that fight. But, yeah, like I said, most people want to see, I'm pretty sure everyone wants to see the knockout, right? That's what boxing's about. But for me, I just want to look good. I just want to look good doing it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like that's it's like a more complete performance, right? Exactly. Like just kind of getting the dominant performance, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, the knockout comes with that. Right. Most of the time, but I'm not gonna look for it. That's the thing. Yeah.
Talk about that too. You haven't gone, I want to say, more than 7 rounds or something like that, right? Is that even like for you being a power puncher? Obviously, you don't get paid for overtime, right? But like in your mind, you kind of like want a guy to take you a little bit further just for yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, just because I want to experience. The other 5 rounds that I'm missing out on, you know, I would love to see what I'm capable of doing, what I'm able to do in those later rounds.
Talk about the sparring here, man. I love watching the sparring here. You've got some sparring in today. It was great work. Talk about the guys you've been sparring and just the work you're getting here, RGP.
Yeah, no, we're getting in some good sparring. You know, we've got in some. We brought in some people all over the place from just to spar. Today I just did a light 4 rounds. You know, Tuesdays and Thursdays, not necessarily like we're going out to try to kill each other inside the ring. It's literally more like what sparring's about, just working on stuff, working on defense and all that stuff. That's what today was about. Right. Tomorrow we're going to finish the 12 rounds, you know, and leave it all in there, and yeah.
Man, we're only 3 weeks out. It's getting closer and closer.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. You're right. My bad. Yeah. Speaking of Crawford, obviously, I've heard you tweet kind of. He said, fight Mean Machine, and then kind of, that was his kind of plan to him, so to speak. Are you kind of on that same route? You're like, hey, well, I'm fighting Mean Machine, and so like next up, are you going to kind of push for the mandatory for Crawford, or are you still kind of waiting around?
Yeah, definitely. If the Spence and not Spence, if the Crawford Porter fight happens and Crawford wins and I get my win, then let's make the fight. Right. I don't see no reason not to.
Yeah, I feel like it's time, right? Yeah. Speaking of Terrence versus Porter, it seems like that's going to happen. What do you think about that fight? I mean, you might be fighting Porter, right? Or whoever has the champion.
It's a good fight. I really like that fight from a fan's perspective. Crawford, he's a really good fighter, and Porter is no slouch either. He comes to fight. He comes to bang. He'll bring the action to you. So that's going to be a good fight right there.
Yeah, it's gonna. Who do you favor in that? Like, who would you lean one way or the other? I mean, it's kind of one of the first times Crawford's fighting that like kind of elite level that a lot of people. I mean, I think Jose Benavidez was up there, but it's kind of one of those names that everyone kind of measures their resume against.
Yeah, everyone says that Crawford doesn't have a good resume. I mean, I would say that he definitely doesn't have as good as a resume as like Spence or Danny Garcia, Thurman, but I think he's as good as people think he is. You get me? You get what I'm saying? He's done that good against those opponents because he's pretty good. But I forgot the whole question already, to be honest.
just do you favor one guy or the other?
I would favor Crawford maybe like 60-40. Yeah, just edging out.
How do you think he does with the kind of inside the physicality of that Porter brings into the ring?
I don't know. You never know. I don't think we've seen Crawford in that kind of fight yet. Especially Porter's the best at that kind of fight style too. So you never know. I really don't know what's gonna happen.
That's gonna be a good one though. It's as a fight fan, like you said.
Those kind of fights that you don't really know exactly how it's gonna play out. Those are the fights I like to watch.
Another one, a guy you just mentioned, Spence Pacquiao, man. That's one of the bigger fights, if not the biggest fight right now, right at 147. How do you see that fight playing out?
I think Spence is gonna get him. I think he's gonna win. Not necessarily easy, but I'm confident that he's gonna win.
Why is that?
I just feel like Manny, he's on his way out. He really is. He's over 40. Spence is in his prime right now. He's a hard puncher. I think that Spence is gonna get him.
You're close to Spence. You saw him a lot, obviously, in the amateurs. You guys kind of coming up like that. How well does he do against southpaws? We don't see him again. It's been a while, I want to say, since we've seen him.
I mean, I wouldn't even say that we're close. I did train with him from time to time, and I mean, I was like 10 years old, 10, 11, so I really don't remember a whole lot. So I really couldn't tell you anything specific about that. But I really couldn't. I don't have any word on that. Right. Yeah.
But you favor Spence in it though. Yeah. Another big fight, man. I want to get your take on Fury versus Wilder 3. It's happening again. Fury got COVID a little bit ago, so it's happening in October. Break down that fight. How does that go?
I don't know, man. I'm favoring Wilder on this one. I think Wilder's gonna get him.
Do you see anything? I see a lot of boxers talking about seeing Wilder now and like the kind of the training videos he's putting out and seeing something different. Would you agree with that? Or?
Oh yeah. Really? I honestly see more technical stuff in there. I see more thinking inside. I see setups and all that stuff. I see a different Wilder. Yeah.
How do you feel he's going to approach this next fight with Fury?
I think, I think he's going to keep his power perspective, but he's gonna fine tune it. I think he's gonna actually. I don't want to say he wasn't accurate before, but he's gonna be even more accurate now.
Another fight, man. The boss, the CEO, Oscar De La Hoya, is going in after Vitor Belfort. Yeah. Vitor Belfort's a big guy. He outweighs Oscar by a good. Look 15, 20 pounds or so. What do you think about that fight? How's that fight go?
That's a good fight. I mean, Oscar's Oscar De La Hoya. You can never count him out on anything against anyone. So, I mean, I got Oscar.
Oscar by KO or decision? How do you think that plays out?
Ooh, I don't know. I would say since he's so big, I would say a body shot. I would say a body shot would do it. Yeah.
I like that. Lastly, man, how long did it take you to figure out Bitty Bitty Bumba on the guitar?
So Mari Cornejo, she's a big time Selena fan, and she was actually here today. And she had always told me like to learn the Selena song. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try my best. I'm trying to find the right song to play, and Beady Beady Bam Bam actually has a solo to it. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm trying to learn it. Man, that shit is hard, bro. Chris Perez went ham on that one, so it really took me a long time to try it, and I actually quit it like 4 years ago. I couldn't do it. I just wasn't good enough. I wasn't fast enough. I wasn't technically good enough yet. And then I just picked it up like in March, April, and I got it down, and I did it. So if you want to count all the years, like in the space, so like 4 years.
Really? Wow. But you got it down though. It sounded
Yeah.
Sounded good.
Thank you. I appreciate
Did
it.
you get a lot of compliments on that around?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
As you should have, man. It
I'm
was.
pretty proud of that one. Yeah.
You should be. As you should be.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Whataburger, bro. Is it still better than In-N-Out?
I don't want to hype it up too much anymore. I still think it's better. I still think it's better. So there's a burger place out here called The Habit, man. That's the burger place for me right now.
That's the one?
I love it.
It's the one?
It's good.
It's
Yeah.
good stuff.
It's good. It's good.
Virgil, tell the fans, man, where they can follow you and see the journey up to August 14th.
Yeah, they can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Vergil Ortiz. Spell it right, VERGIL Ortiz.
Appreciate your time, brother. You look great today, man. Can't wait to see it. Thank you, brother.